Hi, I'm Subu bringing crafting to you, and today I'm going to do a card with the Forever Fern set. It's a beautiful set. Its images look really three-dimensional. They're absolutely stunning. Love this set, and I've not used it enough, so I'm going to use it today. Right, I'm going to do a different technique. I'm just getting a stamping block. I'm just going to make sure, which one do I want to use? I think it's this one. Just make sure it's clean, and then we're going to use soft sea foam, and all we're going to do is place the ink block that we use completely in the pad and just press it down so that you've just coated your block. Now this works with any block. You want it a fair size. This is I'll just tell you the size after I've finished doing this. I'll measure it for you. But all you do then is get a spritzer, and I'm just going to make sure that my spritzer is working. So I'm just going to spray this into my stamping scrub mat. So I'm happy that that's okay. And I'm just going to spritz this like that. And so that's run, and it's done all sorts of things. It's actually wet it more than what I wanted to, but we'll go with it. Whoops. And see what happens. Actually, no, I'm not happy. That's got too wet. Don't allow it to get too wet. I perhaps did too many spritzers with it, so I'll do that again. So all I'm doing is inking up my block totally. So I just press it down in my ink pad. And now actually, I think I'm going to do it without even spritzing it and see if it turns out all right. Then I'm going to line up my block so it's level at the sides and at the top roughly, and just press that down. And lift it up. There we go. It's gone a bit blotchy in places where it's not managed to catch it down. Can I just go back in the same place and will it do it? Let me do it. So I perhaps needed my stamping mat underneath it. We'll go with that, that's fine. So it just gives you a very textured look. Hi Valerie, hope you're well. So it gives you a very textured look. You can use your spritzer to do it. I did one earlier using the spritz, but it wet it too much then and I didn't like it. So don't put too much water on. So then we're going to use, I want the leafy one first. So we're using this one first. So you want to be able to use one that's got closer together leaves. And I'm going to use my Stampin' Right marker of Garden Green. So I'm using the brush tip and I'm just going to stroke all along the stamp with the side of my brush tip. Okay, so just want that. Make sure you've got it all. There we go. So that's it. And I'm just going to put my lid on my Stampin' Right marker first. Now I'm going to do this in the position that it's just going off to the side, almost, so the leaves bend off to the side, but I'm putting this almost central to my rectangle. Just going to press down and take off. Right, it missed a slight bit, but I'm not worried about that. Okay, and then my next one, I'm going to use the more leafier one that's got a beautiful definition in this stamp. And I'm going to use, again, a Stampin' Right marker, and this time it's shaded spruce. So I'm just going to make sure that my stems get all inked up well. Now, if you use a stamping apparatus, I could have gone back in to do that again to get that little bit. But the beauty of Stampin' Right markers is I can go back in anyhow and just fill it in with my Stampin' Right markers in a minute. So I'm just going to make sure that these are all covered. That's it, and make sure my stalks are all covered. Now, just before I do that, I'm going to use my paintbrush end, and I'm just going to roughly fill in that gap there. That's it. So then I'm going to place this. I want them to meet at the bottom, so I'm almost crossing over with that. Got that about in there, yes. So now I'm going to put down, press down, make sure it's got it all this time, and lift off. There we go. And now I've got my glue dots, and I've just made a bow with some thread that I had from another kit that was a free kit last year in celebration time, and you don't use everything up, so I'm starting to try and use things up. So I've made a bow already, and I'm going to put a bow on the bottom of my actual stems. So I did bring out, I'm sure I had brought out, what have I done with it? Perhaps I didn't then. I got my bone fold. I was sure I got my pokey tool out. No, I didn't. So I'm going to get a glue dot using my pokey tool and mount this using a glue dot. So I always pick it up from the bottom of mine, put it on the back, I press it down, and then I take the release paper off. Okay, and just going to pop that up so it looks like I've put them together with the cord. Now I've already pre-cut out my sentiment. I've used this from Tasteful Touches, and I've just used again the garden green and put it on my stamp and then stamped. So I'll just show you exactly the technique that I did use. I'll do it on the back. So let me remove one of these from there and just make sure that nothing else is there. So I did it on the paper first, and then I actually cut it out with my mini die cut machine. The dies are the ones that go with Tasteful Touches, so I just inked it up. I'll have to make sure it's in position this time, because I just stamped it on and then I just went over. So did that, And then I use the little dot ones. I don't know what you call these. And I just went back to my mint macaron, not mint macaron, my I can't have just lost my ink pad. It's big enough. Why can't I see it? Oh, I had it under there now. I can't believe that. I can't see. Oh, it's here, hiding under there. So I just got my soft sea foam because it's a nice light shade. And I'm just going to put a bit of scrap paper underneath here now. And I just, on the piece, I just went all randomly over the top of it to give it a motley effect. I just thought it was something a bit different today. There we go. So that's all I did to create that effect. And I've obviously cut it out. And it's got the edging on this one, so that's why I want to use this side. Although that does look rather nice on that side, but I'm sticking to what I want to use. So move that out of the way. So I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals, just to give it a bit of depth and added interest. So I'm going to pop it up on a few dimensionals. I'll put one in the middle, one on the outside, so I'm just using 3 here. There we go. Just really simple yet really effective. So make sure that that's in the middle of there. And then we're going to just, I forgot to fold and burnish it before I did that, got carried away. So there's today's card, very simple. Hope you like that. It's just anybody could do this. I might go round and put some more speckles on the outside. I've not decided yet, but that's the card for today. So I will be back on Monday with more crafty goodness. Thank you for joining me. Stay safe, stay well, and take care. Bye.